Hey guys, and welcome to Work Wednesday. Today I'm going to talk about being a jack of all trades. I thought about it this weekend. I thought about the term a jack of all trades, and I was thinking, why is that a bad thing? So the term comes from the 1600s when they would say a jack of all trades, and it meant a good thing for a short while and then quickly became a master of none. And I believe it had some kind of deeper roots with theater and Shakespeare and whatnot, but basically it became kind of a faux pas these days, and it wasn't back then when it first started, but it's become kind of the phrase that you would tease someone with. So I wanted to talk about that for a minute. I think if you're trying to make it in the music scene or as an artist doing what you love, I think the only way to really do it is to become a jack of all trades. Is to become a Renaissance man or woman, if that's a more favorable term. But the idea here is this: if you are a master of one thing, then you're only good for one thing. So why would I hire you? You're only good with one thing. When you are great or really good at a lot of things, you become a Renaissance man or woman, or you become a jack of all trades. And the idea there is that you can do more, so your employer will want more from you. And part of the reason that I think that I'm fairly hireable to a lot of different people is that if I don't know something, I'll learn it well. And I'll learn it well enough that I can do it better than most people they could hire, so they'd rather just hire me. If it comes to playing piano or guitar, or if they need an auxiliary of some kind, mandolin, I've been hired for all of those, even if I wasn't a professional in that area. For example, mandolin, I didn't know how to play it when I got the part of Fiddler on the Roof. And so it's one of those things, if you really want to do what you love, which in this case for me is music, and if it's something else for you, then awesome. You need to master, or not really master, sorry, you need to be a jack of all trades in that trade, meaning if art is your thing, drawing, then you need to be able to do charcoal and oil and watercolor and tattoo maybe. You need to explore all the avenues. Maybe it's photography. You need to explore all those avenues and see if you can be good enough at enough of them that you can get a job even in an area that you didn't think necessarily you would get the job in. Maybe you were like, well, I'm a great painter, so I'll be a painter. But then you end up being a photographer at weddings and making a fortune and doing great art that's going to live long beyond your years. And that's still art. It's still what you wanted to do with your life. I've got a good friend that's what he's ended up doing. He's a photographer now for weddings. He was a great charcoal artist. He could do amazing real life drawings with charcoal. And I'm sure he still does it, and maybe he charges a little extra to do a charcoal for the wedding couple that he shoots. But the idea is he got into the scene by saying, you know what, I'm also good at photography, so I'll do that as well. And I got into the scene because I was good at piano and much better at guitar, but there's a lot of guitarists in the scene. So now I'm primarily a guitar player, but to get my feet in, I had to get hired quite a bit on piano. So it's one of those things that being a jack of all trades or being a Renaissance person gives you those opportunities that you would have missed if you had just been a master of one. And that's your Work Wednesday. Have a good week.